Okay, we're improvising. Welcome back to another day of Road to TCG World 2018. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. I don't think it's worth playing a match with Ninetales. Like, it's literally a worse Hoopa. It has no advantage over Hoopa. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with this one. This is a very fun spread deck that I created. I don't know if I'm the first one to use it. I don't want to get into who creates decks and who's the first one to use them and whatnot. This is simply a spreading deck focused on Tapu Koko, using Flying Flip, which deals 20 damage to each bench Pokemon. Then you have Mew, which copies bench Pokemon's attacks, basic Pokemon's attacks. You have Tapu Lele with the magical swap attack, so you get to spread damage around and move damage around as you wish. We also have Necrozma-GX with its Black-Ray-GX attack, which actually deals 100 damage to all GXs and EXs in play. So it essentially puts a lot of damage on the board for Tapu Lele to move around. And then we have Espeon-EX in case the damage we have on board is not enough to get our prizes, but it is enough to get a lot of prizes with Devolving. We have the one Tapu Lele for support, but the main idea here is to use mostly non-GX attackers to just spread. And because we're probably not going to be taking any prizes early on, playing 4 Counter Energy is like playing 4 more DCEs. And they also help cover the magical swap attack. They don't count for 2 when attached to Necrozma, so we can't use them to cover 4 Black-Ray GX, but we can use a counter and a DCE. Now, supporters are very straightforward. There's only 4 Cynthia, 4 N, and 3 Sycamore. No Guzma, no anything that doesn't increase consistency, but we do have Counter Catcher because, once again, we will probably always be losing with this deck. We have 4 Nest Ball to search for a basic Pokemon. We have 4 Post Down to increase the damage on opponents' evolutions. We have 4 Float Stone and 4 Fighting Fury Belt to increase our HP, increase our damage a little bit, and I don't think I need the 4 Float Stone, especially with 3 Mew and 4 Koko, so those could definitely be switched out for something else, like energy removal perhaps. We also have triple Field Blower to make sure that we don't have issues with Garbotoxin shutting off Mew. We have 2 Rescue Stretcher to make sure that we can recycle the attacker that we need to spread. And we have triple Energy Loto because they are pretty good in searching for our counters and for our DCEs. So that is the deck. It's focused on just placing a lot of damage on the board. If any of you watched my interview with with Omnipoke, you might recognize that deck. It's the first time that I'm showing it. And yeah, 3 Kokos, 2 Necrozma and X Elixir also works well. And Sputix es del amigo Rocío que me hizo la entrevista. Que bueno, ya no supe si la mostraron o no, si la van a mostrar ya que regresen a clases. Pero qué bueno que los videos te hicieron regresar al juego. Eso siempre es padre verlo o escucharlo. What about bursting balloons to have potentially more damage counters to move around? Yeah, bursting balloons could also be a good idea. Like, I can see the float stones being a bit excessive, so there's no reason why bursting balloons wouldn't be a good call here. Okay, so we are up against a Dusme Necrozma deck with Garbiter. So we don't really care about our item usage, honestly. Fighting Fury Belt on Koko with the metal resistance makes Claw Slash a 4-hit KO. Ooh, Cybertron! Cybertron, thank you so much for the follow. That's very kind of you. If that's you, Aaron, thank you so much for being here. And then we hit the Energy Loto, we hit the TC, so we can start spreading. And I think I'll bench the Lele. And then I don't feel like I need to Sycamore, but my opponent's also not going to go on the offensive really quickly, so might as well just get more things on board. We can get another Koko with this nest ball. Espeon is obviously not going to be useful here. And then we hold our hand for now. Next turn we start spreading as much as possible. Necrozma might actually come into play, but we'll have to search for it. There's a Cynthia. So yeah, Bursting Balloons could be decent. Definitely could be a decent choice. Okay, the chat box, I feel like it could be a little higher. Height 480, maybe 500. No, not 1500, 500. Yeah, 500 seems good. And then we shall raise. Okay, that's looking nice. And then I'll have to do something for that. Okay, so if opponent benched another Pokemon, I am okay with that. I'm really not scared of the Solgaleo, and we're just gonna have so many turns here. We're gonna have so many turns. Like, we don't need to do anything, we just have to Flying Flip here. All we need to do is Flying Flip. Okay, so let me check. Is it the real Iron Cybertron Zang that just followed me? Cybertron VGC. Yeah, the real Iron Cybertron Zang just followed me. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so more energy, more attachments by Solgaleo, that's fine. My opponent did bring up the Lele, that's okay, we can just retreat it here with the Fairy. I feel like the Fairy might come in handy, so I'm gonna use the thing. Yeah, Koko should have done 30 to the active. I have no idea why it didn't. I have no idea why it didn't do 30 more to the active. I have no clue. There must be a bug somewhere. Oh yeah, there you are, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Manchas! Flying Flip for days. Thank you so much for the bits. That's very kind of you. Yeah, Field Belt should be adding 10 more damage to each attack. So the game owes us 20 damage here. The game owes us 20 damage. That's not very nice. And yeah, we have the, if any of you guys watch VGC, we have the Iron Cybertron Zang here. Okay. Do I need to do anything else? Because my opponent's playing Garb, I doubt he's playing Field Blower. Yeah, Pokemon TCGO doesn't have bugs, right? We can do this. And then there's 160 damage on board, which is nowhere near enough to finish everything off. I guess my opponent will let the Troushes go down so that he can do I end? Yeah, I guess I'll end. We let the Troushes go down so that I don't have that damage in play to move it around. Ooh, we get the Necrozma. I don't want to bench that though. That becomes an immediate, easy DC target. And then we'll just Flying Flip. Even Corona Impact doesn't knock me out through resistance. It's a 2-hit KO. Okay, there's a Guzma. It's gonna go after the Lele, that's fine. Is he gonna commit? No, he's not gonna commit. He's just gonna hit for 60? That's interesting. Oh, I'm weak. Never mind. It's not interesting. I'm weak. Okay, so I'm gonna get 2 prizes here, which means that my opponent will be able to use Sun's Eclipse GX. Unless I use Lele this turn. And I move damage around to knock out this Dustmane. I have 120, 180, 240, 260, which should be 290 damage. Do we just Sycamore here? And rearrange the damage? Or do we just attack. Feel like I can attach energy to the Mew. I could also attach energy to the Dustmane. I mean to the Necrozma. Oh, it's Necrozma against Necrozma. This should have 90 damage or 80 damage. We'll have 80 afterwards. It'll still be 10 short of the knockout. I am very confused as to what to do here. I'll do this, and then I'll Cynthia. And then I'm gonna... Oh no, I can't Flying Flip because of resistance. Yeah. Play the Pokémon. I'll just Flying Flip here. If he uses his GX attack, he uses it, and that's fine. One Pokémon, which is useless here. One Nest Ball. The game owes us now 40 damage because we have Flying Flipped 4 times. Puts back double Trubbish into the deck, that's fine. And then there's a GX, which is fine. My opponent is purposely limiting his bench. Okay, the deck insists with the Necrozma. The deck insists with the Necrozma. I have 160. Huh. I have 200 damage on board. Lele doesn't finish off the Dustmane. My opponent has been very smart to limit his damage. Okay. I'm gonna put back a Koko into play. And then he's gonna knock out this Koko. And he's gonna try and use this whole Galio to finish me off. So I probably wanna conserve the Fighting Fury belt here. This is such a weird game. I'm gonna Flying Flip. Just he's not being very cost effective, but we need to get rid of this whole Galio. 260 damage on board. Oh, multi-switch, interesting. Either he's just burning the card or he generally didn't have an energy. Oh, and he does have Trash Avalanche. My opponent does in fact have Trash Avalanche. Okay, that makes things more scary. I don't have that much damage on board. I see a Registeel, that's fine. I see a Meteor Tempest on the poor Koko. That's fine though, he's gonna lose the Trubbish, which is good news for us. Because Trash Avalanche could have done a number on us, potentially. Okay. We still have... Oh, we don't have a Stretcher. We don't have a Stretcher anymore. My flying flip is activated. I actually couldn't Flying Flip the previous turn with this Koko. I think I'm just gonna Cynthia here. This is a really weird game, but we just have to be patient. That's all we need to do. We have to be very patient. I remove these two because why not? And then this is actually a really awful hand to get. Really awful hand to get. I guess I'll attach the fairy here to start preparing for the magical swap potentially. Without the Float Stone, that Dustbane is actually a big liability for my opponent. A very big liability. Unless he just Kuzmas here. Yep, easy. Right, easy. Just have the natural Kuzma every time. Super easy. And we were also owed some damage because of the Fighting Fury Belt bug. Okay, is Corona Impact you can't attack next turn? Yeah, this Pokemon can't attack next turn. So he would be forced to retreat. Okay, and now the thing is activated. Este deck podría estar para competitivo. Mi oponente está jugando muy bien contra el deck, pero sí podría estar para competitivo. Play the Energy Loto, grab the counter. I'll remove the 2 Float Stones yet again. And then we spread. Nothing threatens the Koko next turn. And then Solgaleo goes down. Dustbane is not looking very threatening. Unless my opponent has his 4th Kuzma. Brutísimo, sí, yo creo que sí podría servir. Especialmente con los decks, contra decks de Zoroark. Este deck debería tener un muy buen match contra Zoroark. Especialmente gracias al Espeon. Que no necesita repartir 1.000.000 de daños. Solo necesitas repartir 3 veces para noquear a todos los Zoroarks y así. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see the retreat, that's fine. Registeel is gonna be dealing 10 damage. And yeah, that Dustbane should have been long gone by now. Long gone. Ooh. 280 damage. Is that enough to get the prizes? No. But we win next turn. Yeah, we win next turn. We're gonna Flying Flip, we knock out the Solgaleo, and now we have enough damage to knock out the Necrozma, where we just Nest Ball for the Lele attached to the Mew, and then Magical Swap some damage from the Registeel back to the Dustbane, and then that's game. Yeah, Manuel, Mr. Mime obviously eliminates this strategy, but who plays Mr. Mime? That's the question. Who plays Mr. Mime? It's not about, like, you shouldn't focus on, oh, what beats this deck? Oh, easy. Mr. Mime beats this deck. It's not about that. The game doesn't revolve around, oh, this card beats this card, and then that's game. Okay, the Counter Energy is activated. So despite the bug of fighting Fury Belt, I could even Sidewave here. Do I Sidewave? Yeah, let's Sidewave. I don't need to move damage, I can just Sidewave for the knockout. You see a very bad matchup against Puzzle. I mean, that's where the Fighting Fury Belts come in, and the Mews, because the Mew just deals 120 damage, no, 60 damage, and then you spread. But yeah, Puzzle is probably not a fun matchup. Puzzle is probably not a fun matchup, but hey, let's see if we can run into one, and we'll see about that. The game seems to have frozen. Okay, now it's unfrozen after I clicked over there. Celebrating that I have 70 thingies. There we go, finally. Finally. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying these are the best decks ever. They're different, they're fun. I don't know why I love spreading strategies for some reason. It's like this deck has very few bad starters. You have 4 Koko and 3 Mew, which are awesome to start with. Okay, so there we have the puzzle. There we have the puzzle that you guys wanted. And let's Cynthia. So we reveal our strategy immediately, pretty much. Reveal our strategy immediately. I'll attach the Float Stone to the Lele, and then we will Cynthia. And there's a Fighting Fury Belt, and we shall pass. The bug on Fighting Fury Belt will just make things very difficult for us, because we're going to be missing out on 20 damage every turn, not just 10 now. It's going to be 20 damage. Okay, there's a Brooklet. There's a Cynthia, it's fine. And now we can start spreading. The energy went to Rockruff, understandably, because it's not weak to Psychic. I feel like I'm gonna Field Blower his Stadium. And then the Counter Catchers are probably gonna come in useful, so maybe I should have saved the Field Blower actually. Maybe I should have saved the Field Blower. Oh gosh, what is this hand? Okay, Pokémon is nice against this deck in particular. And I'll attach the energy, and then we shall Line Flip. 40 on the active should have been 60, and then 20 to the bench. Espeon could also come in clutch in this match. So hopefully we don't dead draw. Hopefully we don't dead draw too much here. That's it. Okay. Do you think Sylveon will be good in tournaments, or everybody will tech against it? I think we're gonna see more Oranguru being played because it helps against Sylveon and Koopa. The Oranguru that does resource management. I think it's likely that that will be the case. So yeah, I would stay away from Sylveon for a while. Definitely stay away from Sylveon for a while. Okay, so my opponent just Abyssal handed for 1. Ooh, and he has the Kuzma. Decides to bring up the Lele, probably to try and buy some time. I assume. Oh, he decides to go for the jab. Okay, that works. And we top the Ganet, which we do not want to play. So I really would prefer not to discard the DC to retreat. I'm actually fine discarding a Counter Energy to retreat. And Psychic Weakness once again plays to our favor, even though the Fighting Fury Belt is bugged completely. It's not adding 10 more damage. It is not adding 10 more damage, which is not very nice. Sometimes you rely on that 10 damage. At least we have the extra HP, I hope. At least we have the extra HP. Okay, so there's an Ultra Wall. That Octillery has 1 attack left in it. I mean, 1 Abyssal Hand rather. That Riolu on the bench should have gone down by now, which is really sad. Because yeah, we're not playing a real game, I guess, because of the bug. Am I playing this deck with the bug? I'm only hurting my chances of success, I guess. Okay, so he decides to bring up the Koko. We're gonna lose the DC, that's fine. That is actually a-okay. My opponent is benching other stuff, so we're gonna be able to place more damage counters. We can immediately get back the Koko, and we have 3 more in the deck, which is cool. So we can still spread with Mew. And yeah, my opponent desperately looking for a Lucario here. Oh wow, he's playing DCE in his Lucario Lycanroc deck, and he whiffed. So, like, why wouldn't you start attacking with Lycanroc there? Why push for Lucario? I don't know, but hey, we're on a streak. We are on a win streak. Wow, I gained 30 points from that? From that win? How? How did I get 30 points from just 1 win? Okay, how high can the win streak get? That is the question. That is the question. Okay, so we're looking for an opponent. We get one. Did not see the previous screen, so we don't know what we're up against. Probably a fighting deck. So yeah, we weren't up against the puzzle that we were saying might be a bad matchup. Oh, when you're on a streak you win more points? I had no idea. I had no idea. Okay, let's start the Mew. We are going first and we start Lele to get a supporter, which is cool. Even a Bridget would be decent here. We see a Zygarde. Interestingly enough, Zygarde is gonna be very annoying because it will likely one-shot my Lele's and it heals the damage with Cell Storm. So that guy is gonna be super annoying to play against. And yeah, here I'm just trying to thin. I do get a Koko. I get Nest Ball for another Mew or a Koko. Necrozma is actually a decent choice as well. I feel like, because we can already Black Ray GX next turn. If the Mew survives, which I'm hoping it will. Maybe I should have retreated. There's no way he deals 90 damage to a non-GX on turn 1. There's a puzzle, that's fine. If we can copy Black Ray GX with Mew, and he overbenches, like another puzzle, I wouldn't mind putting 300 damage on the board on turn 1. Turn 2 rather. The Elixir does hit. We see a Scorched Earth first. I mean, after the Elixir, we see a Mew. And we're gonna see a Guzma. Wow, that's annoying. On to the Necrozma, that's even more annoying. I can't believe he already had the Guzma. Okay. So let's Energy Loto. No, DC, that's so sad. Am I gonna Sycamore here? Nah, I'm gonna Cynthia, right? Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna Cynthia here. I can't lose all of this. And okay. So this was just as bad. I mean, we still threaten, right? If we lose the Mew, we lose the Mew, but that's so annoying. I guess I shouldn't have Nest World so early for the Necrozma. If he had Guzma to Lele, we would have been able to retreat. So we're gonna see a Skylam. Skyla for puzzle. So double puzzle for Elixir Scorched Earth or Scorched Earth Energy. So I put that desperate for draw. I would assume Elixir. No, Scorched Earth Energy. Okay. That works. That works. There's the Scorched Earth. He attaches to the Zygarde, that's fine. Struck for 1, and then another 30 to the Mew, which does have just one more attack. But this is fine. Ugh. Another top deck we really didn't want to see. Hello Josh, thanks so much for being here. We do get the DC. So we can put 200 damage on the board right off the bat, we can in fact do that. The issue is, what do we do afterwards? Yeah, I feel like I definitely black right here. Prismatic Burst deals 20 damage, which is not a lot. It's definitely not a lot. Okay, so my opponent finds yet another stadium. Definitely top decked. And then he Sycamores away Guzma and Skyla. Okay, benches another puzzle, benches another Mew. Attaches to Mew. Mew is just gonna be really good bait for Koko, I think. Losing the Mew is really hurtful though, because of the energy. Mainly because of the energy. Okay, yeah, there's nothing on the Mew that does activate Counter Energy, which we still have 2 left. But you do have to be careful because we want to probably spread damage. Finally top deck the blower, I mean not the blower, the Float Stone. We'll grab a Mew here, and we'll grab Koko. And then we shall Energy Loto for a TCE, that's awesome. And then I wish I was dealing 60 damage, but I'm doing it this way. I'll keep the energy, I guess. Then I won't end, I'll just Sycamore. Okay. You have extras of everything. So I shall Flying Flip. We spread 120 damage, 140 damage actually because of weakness, which is really cool. Next energy might go to Lele, this fairy. Could also go to Mew, and we could start rearranging. We need 50 on here. So we could take 50, that would leave 70, and then 30 and 30. That would be 4 prize cards. Probably want to spread more though. There's a Guzma onto the Koko, so he's gonna take that. This is what I was talking about. He's gonna take knockouts and he's gonna heal 30. So we're essentially now placing 90 damage. Unless we find our counter catchers. That's what we're looking for now. We are looking for counter catcher. We can do this. And then we can do this. Fine Tree Belt actually doesn't help Mew. I mean, doesn't help Koko in surviving. So I'll do this. I'll do this. And I'll attach a Float Stone to Koko, which seems pretty silly. But we should hit a counter catcher here. We do. And my opponent will be down to 4 cards. Hello, Seal Valley Gaming. Thanks so much for being here. And what do I think of Lucario GX with Lycanroc GX Hackman? ¿Qué opino de ese deck? Me gusta. Tiene mucho potencial. Pero siento que 2 Stage 1 o 3 con Octillery es demasiado. Es demasiado o innecesariamente complicado. So we're gonna Flying Flip again, placing another 120 damage on board. Never needs Guzma energy to get rid of the Lele, which would be very sad, but we could just stretch her back both Leles. Finds his 3rd Scorched Earth, plays down all the choice bands, attaches an energy, will instruct for 2, has played 2 Guzmas, 3 Guzmas, so only 1 Guzma left. And I would assume Float Stones? He must play Float Stone, right? You have to play Float Stone if you're playing Orankuru. Ooh, just aggressively Sycamores here. Just aggressively Sycamores. Okay, we see an Elixir that does hit. Are we gonna see a Float and knockout on Mew? No, we see a pass. Okay, this is amazing. This is actually amazing. How much damage do we have on board? We have 40, 80, 120, 160, 320, 430 damage on board. That's enough to knock out Zygarde and the powered up Buzzle. That is enough to get those 2 knockouts. So I'm gonna do this. Don't mind the choice band on the side card actually. Or I could just spread again. I could generally just spread again. That seems fine as well. I don't see how we lose this game, honestly. If we spread, we win next turn, I believe. So I'm just gonna flying flip. We get 2 prizes here, and then all we need to do is rearrange the damage to knock out 2 of the GXs, which seems very easy to do. Because there's 60, 120, plus 180, 300, 430 damage. So even if my opponent heals 30, that's fine. He's gonna Guzma probably try to knock out the Lele. But then we can just stretcher that back, and then hopefully Energy Loto gives us either another... Oh no, he doesn't even try that. Does he know what Lele does? Yeah, so that's game. We have 400 damage on board, and we need 380 to knock out 2 puzzles. So it's gonna be a while clicking, so bear with me. Oh, we can just knock out the side guard. That's faster, actually. That is faster. Okay, so we need... That's what we need. That is exactly what we need. Magical swap. Okay, so 1 damage counter here is a knockout. And then 1 more here. We're gonna have to click 18 more times. You're gonna see Mew just do that weird thing it's doing 9 more times. Well, we're good here. We are good to go. I like this deck. It's fun to play. It's like all these small dudes just wreaking havoc. Okay. 4 more times. 2 more times. 1. Oh no, 4 more times. Yeah, 1 more. There you go. And now we're done. 2 GXs, 4 prizes. That is game. So yeah, pretty fun deck. Pretty fun deck when you win, of course. Okay. Perfect. So, welcome to all the new followers. And yeah, that actually ends up working out pretty nicely. I feel like I'm gonna leave the Koko deck there. It's been working out pretty nicely. If you want to try it out, it's a very cheap deck to build. I will show the list again. This keeps getting frozen. I will show the list again for those of you who are interested. I feel like it's quite a fun deck, and we will be moving on to a different deck now. I'll just quickly show the list for those of you who want to see it, or if you want, you can just catch the video on YouTube and the list will be there in the comments. Okay, so that's a list. It's just pure spreading, Pokémon, etc. It's incredibly effective in Zoroark decks, and we did not play against any Zoroark deck, and our streak lives on. And so, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And if you're watching live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere, I will be right back with one more deck, which you guys get to choose. It can either be Zoroark Kurgeist or Zoroark Magneton, completely up to you guys. So let me know in the chat, I will be right